Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. A lot to talk about, but first, let's get you ready to get out the door. Look at what a nice start it is here. Meteorologist Tyler Hughes has a check on that first alert forecast. It looks very nice out there, but it is cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you step outside, that's when you're like, whoa.
What happened?
Yeah, time to break out those scrapers for your windshield, and it is a frosty start this morning. I had to do a little bit of scraping before I came into work. Temperatures in the 20s right now for the most part. 29 Hartford, 28 Torrington, Tolland as well. We're at 26 Salisbury and Willimantic, just in the 30s through the southern part of our state, right along the shoreline. So 34 right now for New Haven and Bridgeport, 36 Chester, 30 in Groton as well. We do warm up through the day. In fact, by this afternoon, the average high temperature for this time of year, about 55 degrees. We'll get there, even slightly above that in some places. We could get into the upper 50s in some spots. Clear and cold to start this morning, but then we have increasing cloud cover through the day. Keep in mind we could see a bit of a breeze today as well. Similar to yesterday afternoon, gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour, maybe even a bit more along the immediate shoreline. So it will be a bit of a nuisance this afternoon. We're dry through the day today, but then after about 9 o'clock or so this evening, that's when the shower chances really begin to increase. So we'll step you through the timeline of the showers, plus that weekend forecast. Yes, we are looking at some pretty nice weather, especially if you're heading out to the UConn game at the Rent. I'll have that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, though, let's get you out to the roads for a Friday morning. Good morning, Kate.
All right, good morning, everyone. If you're heading out right now, 7:02, off to a really nice start. I mean, really, no issues out there. We could have a little bit of sun glare. You're seeing that here through the camera in New Britain along Route 9. We're also seeing some frost on the grassy surfaces. You could encounter that as you're walking out the door. Maybe you have some on your windshield like several of us did. You're going to have to use the defroster or scrape a little bit. Rest of the state, though, nice and quiet. Look at here in Hartford. We're very rarely see things this quiet through 91 heading in towards the capital city. Live look in Tolland. Beautiful start with the foliage here. And then here in Meriden along 91, right by the Route 15 691 connector. It's an area we see a lot of construction. That daytime work will pick up anytime between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock. But again, we're crash and incident free right now. No construction reported by DOT. I just checked in with them about that. And then here are your drive times as you're heading out the door. Just about an hour and a half ride, 95 southbound to the George Washington Bridge. Rest of the state moving along nicely. That's a check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, this morning, the government shutdown is on day 38, and a path to a resolution remains unclear.
Republicans and Democrats still have not been able to hammer out a deal to fund the government, and it's having a direct impact on millions of people. The FAA is beginning to gradually cut flights today at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. The government says it's because of a surge in sick calls from air traffic controllers. This is a live look at Bradley this morning. So far, it's not on the list of airports, but that doesn't mean it's not going to impact you, because you could run into trouble at your destination or perhaps a connecting flight.
All right, in terms of the government shutdown, both sides remaining far apart on the issue at the center of the shutdown, which is health care. The Senate will hold another vote to reopen the government later today. Right now, hundreds of thousands of people across Connecticut are in limbo. They're waiting for their November SNAP benefits, even though a judge just ruled the White House needs to pay that money out.
Yeah, another example of the fallout here from the shutdown. So your reporter Taylor Knight in New London this morning to show us how you can help families who are waiting for help.
Good morning. Well, right now, food pantries are dealing with an increase in demand. So today there will be a food drive here at the ShopRite in New London. They're trying to collect enough food to hold families over until their SNAP benefits come through. The City of New London is partnering with the United Way to collect shelf-stable food items. They're looking for peanut butter, cereal, canned fruits and vegetables, and ramen. The food will be brought to the Gemma Moran Food Bank and given out to people who have not received their SNAP benefits this month. Right now, more than 360,000 people in Connecticut that rely on SNAP are waiting to see if money is put on their cards. A federal judge ruled yesterday that the Trump administration needs to provide full benefits by today, but the administration immediately appealed that ruling. The food drive will be held here at ShopRite from 9 this morning until 2 this afternoon. Your reporter in New London, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Today, New Haven leaders are highlighting new steps being taken to help students facing food insecurity. The school district teaming up with the United Way to hold 2 pop-up school food pantries that will provide essential items to students who need a little bit of help. So food will be given out from 4 until 5:30 this evening at Lincoln Bassett School, and then next Friday at John Martinez School. Well, in New Haven, police are still searching for the criminals who led to a shooting. 4 people were shot right after Halloween, but city leaders are already making changes now to make the streets safer.
Your reporter Roger Susannon gets us up to date on the safety changes from downtown New Haven.
Good morning. We are reporting here from the scene. 3, 2, and 1. Good morning. We are reporting right near the scene of that horrible quadruple shooting. You can see it's a relatively busy part of New Haven. You can see the city green off in the distance there. The quadruple shooting claimed the life of an 18-year-old woman and injured 3 other young adults. New Haven police say violence is an especially big problem on the biggest party nights of the year, but they plan to address this issue from multiple angles, and you will see some pretty big changes as soon as tonight. Take a look at this video of a large crowd packing downtown New Haven on Halloween night. Just hours later, a gunfight erupted. 4 people were hit, including 2 women who were caught in the crossfire. 18-year-old Alexa Acevedo of Norwich was killed. Going forward, police will beef up downtown patrols during the weekends, along with popular bar nights and early mornings like Halloween, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and New Year's Eve. Chief Carl Jacobson says they'll increase roving teams who can respond to anything, especially crowd control, car thefts, and gun violence. Local cops will also work with multiple state police task forces to investigate and hopefully prevent violent crime. And the other change that you will see going forward is local cops working with multiple state police task forces to hopefully prevent violent crime from even taking place in some cases. Reporting in New Haven this morning, I'm your reporter Roger Susannon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, this morning, police in Meriden are investigating a deadly crash. Officers say an 80-year-old woman was hit and killed by a car while crossing Broad Street near Washington Middle. Police say the woman was not using a crosswalk when she was hit around 5:30 Thursday evening. Police say the driver, a 79-year-old man, is cooperating with the investigation.
A sad update here this morning. We learned the house fire that we told you about in Basra on Wednesday was deadly. Fire investigators confirmed that 1 person was found dead, and the flames completely destroyed the home and a nearby garage. A neighbor shared with us that he and his wife heard 2 loud booms before seeing that house go up in flames. The homeowner is still unaccounted for. The identity of the victim has not been released.
In North Canaan, multiple firefighters fighting this barn fire at Riverbrook Organic Farms Thursday. Crews responded to the scene on Allendale Road just after 8. We're told cars and barns were inside at the time. No reports of any injuries, and the cause is under investigation.
All right, this morning, users of the Hazardville Water Company are pushing back against a proposed rate hike that could force them to pay an extra $22 for water each month. The company is asking state regulators to approve a 72% rate increase, impacting about 7,500 people in Enfield, East Windsor, and Summers. Customers we spoke with say the proposed increase is just too expensive.
A lot of people in Enfield are fixed income families that can't afford these huge rate increases.
So the company says they haven't increased the rates in 16 years and they haven't kept up with rising costs. A decision is expected in May.
Well, right now, the family of a woman who's been missing for almost 2 weeks now is asking for your help. No one's seen 26-year-old Ann Papalardro since October 26th near Nahchog State Forest. Her car was found near the forest, and the family is asking anyone who lives there or has visited there recently to check their surveillance video or get into contact with police. She's believed to be wearing a dark shirt, a vest, black leggings, and brown boots.